channel. If you haven't subscribed already, this is the time to subscribe. Today, we're going to be looking at a very important topic, and that is, are you ready for marriage? Or if you were married, were you ready for marriage? If you're single, what is the state of your singleness? And if you're married, what was the state of your singleness when you were getting married? Do you often find yourself looking for your purpose or figuring out your purpose in somebody else? So, yeah, do you often realize that without somebody, without that guy, without that woman, without that lady, you can't survive? If you find yourself relying on other people or seeking for purpose in other people, then those people become too important in your life. You yourself, you're finding it really hard to establish yourself and present yourself as an important person to yourself and also to the relationship or to the marriage. Do you also find yourself nagging a lot, complaining a lot? Everything is an issue. The guy, the lady did not text you within a certain period of time, and your whole world is falling apart. You're complaining the whole day. How come you did not call me? I was waiting for your call. How come you went out? You spent two hours, 4 hours. I can't believe you've been out for that long. When are you coming back? Are you traveling again? Yeah, I know. If you're married, if you're in a relationship, whatever it is, you miss the person, you need to talk, etc., etc. But when it happens that every single thing is an issue, and you can literally survive like without the person, then we have to look at it. We have to look at it because it's only God who can satisfy the deepest cravings of our heart. Relationship with man never satisfies, it just magnifies the love that God has already poured into us. And so, if you don't have the God kind of satisfaction, you nag a lot, you complain a lot, you are always dissatisfied. You may be blessed with the best man, you may be blessed with the best woman, but because you yourself haven't been satisfied within, you will still have reason to be dissatisfied. You will still have reason to complain. Because that man, that woman cannot satisfy you 100%. They're not God. When you are down, they may also be down. You may be having an emotional breakdown. They may be going through their own issues as well. So at that material moment, they probably will not be able to make you happy. But guess what? We have a God who is always there for us. And that is where we draw our biggest strength from. So before you marry, that is why you have to be confident in the kind of love that God has for you. Believe in the love that He has for you. Believe in yourself. Love yourself as God has loved you. Appreciate yourself. You may not have all the features that you wished you did have, but love yourself. You may not be as tall as you want to, but love yourself. You may not have the kind of face you wished you had, but love yourself because He has made you fearfully and wonderfully. And so nagging too much, it's an indication that you're seeking for too much approval. And very soon, sooner than later, that person may be tired of always focusing on you, of always seeking out for you. Because mind you, everyone seeks for love. Everyone seeks for attention. Everyone seeks for care. And so if care is not coming in a two-way direction and it's unidirectional, I guess to a point that source will drain out. You'll be draining out that source and you may not be able to draw from that well because that well may be empty. That love tank may go dry. And then you'll be complaining, he doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't love me anymore. When I call, she doesn't pick up. He's tired. He's a human being. I'm not trying to be hard here, but that's the realities. We need to talk about these things so that we can enjoy our marriages. Will be a blessing and not a burden. In a relationship, in a marriage, you don't want to be a burden. You want to be a blessing. Imagine if you're a blessing, your spouse is also a blessing. How beautiful that home would be. You don't have to nag around. How come you didn't do the dishes? You didn't do this. I can't realize you just put the laundry in the laundry room. You probably put the first load in there. You forgot to even offload and put the next one. I can't realize your spouse has gone in there and they've started doing the extra that you could not even do without your request. That is giving and receiving love. That is when you are drawing and receiving. Even in your bank, like if you put money in there and you start drawing and drawing and drawing without replenishing, you will deplete your resources. The wise woman does not deplete her resources, her love resources. The wise man does not deplete his what? Love resources. He makes sure that what it is nourished. So anytime he or she wants to withdraw from that source, it is intact or it is full and it has something for them to what to draw from. How can you not be a naga, unnecessary naga, a complainer, somebody who is looking up to the other person for literally everything? You would have to develop yourself. You have to be unique in your own way. Who are you? Who are you? And that is why being single before marriage is really necessary because it's the time that you discover yourself. Even when you are in a relationship before marriage, there should be separatedness where you still discover yourself because you are not married. The other thing is that you have to be whole. You enter into that marriage in case you went through any heartbreaks, any relationship breakdowns, you need to make sure that you have restored. You have come out, you have healed. You don't have wounds that you're carrying into the next relationship. Because, mind you, if you have those wounds, they will fester because you have wounds that needs to be nursed. So instead of going into that relationship or into that marriage whole, ready to give love and to receive love, you go in ready to receive what? Healing, ready to receive restoration, ready for that person to tend to your wound. And so they are always given and given and given and given until if you're in a relationship, the person realizes that I don't think I have enough to give anymore. I need to move on. Or if you're in a marriage, maybe the person doesn't want divorce. It's like whatever. Like you call them, they don't pick up your call. Even if they do, they don't show interest in your business anymore. Maybe because they may be drained emotionally. They may be drained because the burden on them is getting too much. But the beautiful thing is when you get into that union and you've prepared yourself and you've presented yourself as a unique person, a separate person, a wholesome person who is ready to give. And I'm not saying you should be perfect. How beautiful it is when each of you has entered into that union with the willingness and the ability. I mentioned willingness. Some people may be willing to give love, but may not be able. So, willingness and ability to give and receive love. That is how marriages thrive. That is how love thrives. I pray for you that just in case you've gone through certain situations and it's left you with marks, it's left you with scars, it's left you with wounds, may the Lord restore you all. Just in case you're at the point where you realize that you're not ready for marriage, may the Lord touch your heart to start working on yourself. Because the earlier, the better. Maybe you got into that marriage, you were assessing the situation, you realize, whoa, I think I entered this marriage with a lot and a lot of things that I did not upload before entering into the marriage. It's not too late. If you need to seek for help, if you need to seek for counseling, it's not too late. Sit down with your spouse, talk through it. And once you seek for their help, be willing to work with the principles that you taught. Get into the word, get into prayer. And I trust and pray that the Lord would help all of us, strengthen us to build godly homes. May the Lord bless your unions. And if you're yet to get married, may the Lord lead you to the path of what greener pastures.